Let's talk about vitamin D3. 95% of you are deficient in D3, and this can lead to a lot of problems. So, check this out.
Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist. Get healthy now.
Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. Well, today I want to talk about good old vitamin D3. You know, lots and lots of you, 95% of you, that's most of you watching, are deficient in D3, and this can lead to all kinds of diseases and problems with your body in general. But before I get into that, if you like what I do, give me a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe. Also, please watch those little ads at the beginning because it brings a few cents towards us. And I appreciate that greatly for my wife and I. And it really is a big deal because if you don't watch them, nothing comes our way. Also, please get a copy of my new book, Live a Cancer-Free Life. You know, a lot of people have already ordered it, and I have a 5-star rating on Amazon, and people love it. You know, more than half of you will come down with cancer, and that's really terrible because we can prevent this. Just Google Live a Cancer-Free Life. It will come up. And don't be a statistic. We can make a difference in your life and lower your chances of having cancer in general. People love the book also, so I get a lot of comments about people enjoying the book. So find it and enjoy it. Also, if you want to do a consultation with me, give me a call at 831-869-9119. 831-869-9119. Well, vitamin D3 is amazing stuff. You know, we lived outside the last 100 years, not before the last, 100 years that we've had. People are living inside now and working inside. Before that, we lived outside. We were out in the field. You know, I grew up as a farmer's kid. We were outside every day. We never had a D3 problem. I was tan as a copper penny. And also on the weekends, we would go to the municipal pool and be out in the sun. We'd sometimes stay there all day. And it was great. But today, people are not getting enough sun. That's one of the big deals also. And this can lead to, multiple sclerosis. A study showing that in 2006. Also in 2008, showing it can lead to heart disease. Another study in 2010 showing it can cause a person to be susceptible by lowering their immune system to flus and other viruses and colds and things like that. So also can lead to depression. And so that's a real big problem also. I mean, a lot of people don't know that they have depression connected to not having enough D3. Also, a lot of people can't lose weight because they don't have enough D3. And also, they have soft bones and teeth and that type of thing because they don't have enough D3. Also, it can have a problem with your immune system going down, and that's not good right now, that's for sure. It also can cause problems with your immune system, like I said, in a big way with viruses, so not good. Also, it can cause problems with your brain and nervous system, and it can deregulate your insulin capability to regulate blood sugar in your body. So if you're a diabetic, this is a big deal. You need to take some D3. Also, it's good for your lungs and your heart in general. And also, it can prevent cancer, lots of different types of cancer. And it's also super important for a healthy pregnancy. If you're pregnant, you need to take some D3. Also, like I said, it can help with cognitive decline if you have dementia or something like that going on, or Alzheimer's. D3 is essential. And I can't, express that enough. That's really important. Also, if you have, all kinds of bone disorders, you need to take some D3. Also, it can cause, low D3 can cause MS, and there's a connection there. Also, soft bones and osteoporosis is really connected to D3. The calcium in your body really needs to have a lot of D3 in order to make your strong bones. So, really important. Also, it's really connected to cirrhosis, liver problems, and also a lot of problems with psoriasis, and eczema and that type of thing. I had one lady, it was a client, and she had terrible psoriasis. I mean, it was kind of like all over her body except for her face. And she started doing lots of sun exposure, and amazingly, her psoriasis disappeared. Also, if you get really extreme deficiency in D3, you can end up with rickets, which are really terrible, not good, the bowed legs and that type of thing. The most important natural source of D3 is the sun. Get out there and get in the sun. We've had that process where we went through, oh, the sun is terrible for you. You're going to end up with, skin cancer. Well, if you're prone to skin cancer, it's probably not a good idea to get out there. We have a good friend from Germany, and he ends up getting skin cancer, little lesions on a regular basis, and they have to take them off. But he's never come down with, full-blown, skin cancer type of thing. But most of us can really get out in the sun and enjoy, some sun because it's really good for us. Not only for, D3 capabilities of all what I just talked about, but also for helping with depression and boosting up our mood and making us feel good in general. Low D3 can also be associated with tiredness and aches and pains and just not feeling right in general. Severe bone problems, also stress fractures and hip fractures and stuff like that. A lot of people who are in nursing homes, don't get enough D3. They never get outside. That's a real problem. Also, people in high pollution areas where they're not, there's this fog all over and you just don't get enough sun. Using sunscreen all the time is a problem. You need to be able to get through to the skin if you are, blocking it off all the time. That's really not good. Also, if you spend most of your day inside, you better take account of that because you can have low D3. And living in big cities where there's not a lot of light, a big tall building beside you and you don't get any sun at all. And people with darker skin need more exposure because of the darker skin. And too much vitamin D3 or high D3 in general is really not good also. So there's a middle ground there. This can cause digestive stress, vomiting, nausea, stomach pains, fatigue, diarrhea, dizziness, confusion, all kinds of different things. So it's really also excessive thirst, and you have to go to the bathroom all the time, hardening of the arteries, all kinds of different things. So as far as taking D3 goes, a lot of people will recommend anywhere from 2,000 international units to 4,000 international units. But you really need to get your blood tested. I did a blood test of my own with my doctor and found out that, my D3 was lower than it should be. So I started increasing my D3, and now it's right in the middle. So that's really great. I have one particular client, and she had a stroke. And she was taking 5,000 international units of D3 every day, and her blood levels were 0. I mean, I was surprised. Wow, that's amazing. So she ended up boosting it up even more, and then she ended up in the middle in a good area of moderate D3 levels with her blood. So I recommend somewhere around 2,000 international units to 3,000 international units, no more than 4,000. After 4 to 5, you start getting into toxic. But as far as being toxic, there's not that many people who end up with too much vitamin D3. It's rare, but once in a great while. They had one particular case, one lady had 47 times her normal dosage of vitamin D3, and she ended up with confusion, not being able to figure out reality in a normal way. She was aches and pains and all kinds of different things, and they got that under control. She was just taking way too much. But as even the Harvard Medical School recommends anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 international units, or IU, of wonderful D3. So that's what I would recommend, and that's what I take in general. There are some prescription D3s out there that you can get that have 50,000 international units that are kind of time release for a week. And I find that they're really a little too much also. But for some people, like that lady that I had a stroke, it might be the perfect option to go with. So think about what your D3 is like, because more than likely, if it's 95% of you are deficient, more than likely you are deficient too. So check your D3 levels. Go to your doctor. Most doctors are more than willing to check your D3 and find out where your D3 is at, because that's important. You don't want to end up with rickets or something like that. It's really not good. So have a wonderful day. Remember a couple things. Remember God, and remember, I love you.